Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of St. John Vianney is brought to you by Paver Restoration. St. John Vianney has proven to be one of the Shore Conference's superpowers over the last 3 years, but the Lancers are looking for more. After winning 10 straight games in 2016, the Lancers' season came to an end in a 45-20 loss at St. Joe's Montvale. It's a lofty goal, but SJV wants to take that next step and be among the very best in New Jersey.
Finally, we have size all the way across the board, and that right now is where we're excited about. And, be able to, if we're going to win in the Shore against competitive teams and go up north against real competitive teams, we have to be able to run the football.
Despite losing Micah Clark and Jamal Beatty, two Division I linemen now at Rutgers, St. John Vianney will have one of the biggest offensive lines in the Shore Conference. 6'5" junior CJ Hansen is an imposing presence, and Keensburg transfer Paul Lavino, a wrestling standout, are two newcomers who will have a big impact. Hazik Daniels didn't start last season at quarterback, but an injury thrust him into the starting role, and the Lancers' signal caller shined. He's working in training camp this time around with confidence, knowing he's got a lot of weapons to work with.
Coming into the offense, it was kind of like shaky because I didn't really know anybody. I was just getting to meet everybody, but now that I spent the year with everybody, I've been able to bond with everybody and become brothers. It's a lot more comfortable because now I have a better feel for the offense and my teammates.
Zaire Sterling was a game breaker for the Lancers in all three phases. One of the Shore Conference's top return men, Sterling also had 484 yards receiving and 5 TDs in the air, as well as contributing in the secondary. Samuel East was an underrated wideout in 2016, grabbing 4 TDs. Look for this duo to have even bigger numbers in 2017. Nick Denseski has been one of the state's most prolific pass rushers over the past 2 years. With a lightning-quick first step and great technique, Denseski is coming off a 15-sack season.
It's hot out here, but we're grinding through it. We want that undefeated season at ring, defensive side of the ball, we got a lot of returning starters, only losing about 3 kids, and we're replacing them well, and, we're just ready to win.
Johnny Buchanan is the leader of the D at middle linebacker. He's got 9 FCS offers for his defensive prowess, but he'll also be the featured back on offense. Look for number 21 to be one of the top producing two-way players in the state.
I just have to be a leader this year. That's the biggest thing. I have to call out our defenses before and make sure it's my responsibility to set up our defensive line and get the coverages echoed to everyone and make sure that we're flowing on all cylinders. Personally, 11-1 to me is a slap in the face. I believe that anything short of undefeated season and a state championship is unacceptable. So this year we want to just work hard, put it all together, and achieve our goal.
Heading into his 3rd season leading the Lancers, Derek Sadinsky knows he's coaching a bunch of winners. But more important than that, a group of young men that show great character in the way they conduct themselves in football and everything else.
They are good kids. They're great kids. These are the type of kids where I want my kids, my younger sons and daughter, I want them around this group because that's the way they are. They're just a good, disciplined group, and it's not a me theory here. It's a we theory, and they're very team-oriented.
Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of St. John Vianney has been brought to you by Bayshore Community Bank.